Oi. So I'm now level 90 with the SRS, and I think I'm gonna stop playing it for now until maybe I get the Hungry Loop, so I can have a 5-link Spectres. But yeah, as you can see, I guess I got simultaneously lucky and unlucky at the same time on my rank 3 origin not intervention, research, because instead of getting 2 or 3 white sockets, I got only 1, but the one landed on the green socket, so that was pretty nice. So now we have a 6 of color bow. But yeah, the reason I decided to basically stop playing for now is, unless I'm playing a really tight closed map, such as Lair for example, it feels really bad for the monoliths. I had no issues doing Red Elder. I think I did a T13 Elder and it was just like absolute breeze. I did Beachhead. I did some higher tier maps. Everything is fine and smooth until you go and click the monolith, because how the SRS AI works is that it just like spreads in million different ways, and you kind of have to commit to one place, like one side of it, and I can usually clear like the whole like one side, but so the issue with that is I'm just gonna show you. So I'm gonna cast SRS here, and after you go too far from them, so like if you look, like they last a good while, right, before they start falling down. However, if you run too far away from them, they just poof. As you can see, that was like 2 screens and they're gone. So you have to recast everything on the other side, which means you just don't have time for it, pretty much. They would have to like quadruple the damage for it to be possible, where you would just one SRS would like literally one-shot everything. But they can't really do that, because then having 20 SRS would be like 50 mil shaper DPS or something like that, and they're not gonna be doing that anytime soon. So yeah, basically, if it was any other league, I think this would be really nice to play, but I just get so discouraged to play because I want to be doing the monoliths and all that, and it just feels bad in open maps. And I'm doing open maps because I'm farming Red Elder still. I'm trying to get second Nebulog. There's still Watcher's Eye jewels I could use. There's impressions that my Trickster really wants. But yeah. Also, yeah, on the previous video where I happened to accidentally found the Mad King card for the King's Path. I didn't realize, but I also found a perfect calm thing in it. So, these are decently rare, hard to come by, because you want to really be dividing this. But having the 20 strength and the 4 life gain for hit is pretty nice. So I'm gonna hopefully eventually be upgrading this. I really hope that I'll just get the second prophecy, so I can just, I don't need to farm 2 full card sets, because I don't know really how rare they are. I haven't really been farming too much Lair yet, and I don't really generally run it with influence, because I'm just like running Lairs, and then whenever Elder Imp spreads to around like 10, I'll just like quickly spread it to actual Elder spawn and then kill the Elder and repeat. Other good drops, I found the Asenat's Gentle Touch. This got buffed this league, and this is now Legion drop only. And they are pretty goddamn strong now with the explode as physical damage. It's a really nice mod. Maybe gonna use that in some builds in the future. I don't know. They're basically like better bleed explosion gloves. for a lot of builds. I finally found a Tomb Fist, sadly a one-socket one, but I found that, so that's nice. Probably gonna be double corrupting these at some point. But yeah, I really want to do a dual wield Nebulok Cyclone Juggernaut, or known as the Spinnernaut, and that's why I'm still farming Elder. I could also farm just yellow Elder and get a second Nebulok, but I'm doing the reds because I will always basically spawn red like initial influence, and just at that point might as well do a red spawn for the chance to get in present. But yeah, nothing has really changed. I'm using the Lethal Bride with the Kilowatt for the block here now because of the life here. Ideally, it would be going through here, taking this, and you know, having something good here instead. And maybe even if Arcane Vision gets 4% life, then you could take this as 1-pointer as well. So ideally, my pathing would actually go down from here. But yeah. So that's pretty much about the SRS. I hit level 92 on the Jug, but it hasn't really got any gear upgrades, just doing delving and whatnot. But I did some changes to the Trickster now. I was just like looking at my skill tree, like, man, I kind of wanna do the block with this. Maybe go CI, well, not CI, let's get C. And I realized that I have a spot where with 1 point I get the glancing blow, so I'm using the same block jewel here. But I get affected by 4 notables, potentially 5 if I go for charisma too. But yeah, so this gives an absurd amount of strength because all of the normal nodes, like the dexterity, int, and strength nodes, basically just get 2 strength. So all of these get 2 strength. All of the special nodes get 4 strength. So that's 8. That's 8. There's another 4 there. This all that gets strength. That's just a bunch of strength, which you'll see is pretty nice in a second. And my notables, stun duration, whatever. So strength percentage, which is kind of cool. And then I get 2 fortify effect here. So this could be actually 16% life if this was life, and life. So you could get some crazy shit from there. But these are nice. There's 3 out of 4, which are good. 5% strength isn't exactly bad either. But it's not, it's not the greatest. And as I respect the cast speed spell damage to block and spell damage, because these are 2% block per node. Other than that, my skill tree is the same. Well, actually, no. I had to get another jewel slot because I'm using Watcher's Eye. I'm using Spreading Rod. I have this really nice jewel that I don't want to take off. And now with the Lethal Bride here, I'm missing my Onslaught, so my options were basically go for a Strength Jewel here, repath this, but this is technically still a 3-point jewel, because if you look at this, so this is 1, 2. I have to take these as well, so that's 4 points for getting Lethal Assault, Resolve Furnace, and then getting through here, while this is 3 points. So you could easily argue that this is 4-point jewel at that point. So I was like, oh, let's just go for Harrier instead. So I basically respec some of these nodes and 1 life node, well, a couple life nodes there, and decided to go through the Harrier, get some cast speed, movement speed, and some spell damage. And then, I actually was trying to craft a life onslaught this jewel with fossils. So you use the fossil, the speed fossil, and then I use Pristine. And well, I ended up hitting the chance to get onslaught when you use a flask, which is kind of nice. And well, obviously the normal onslaught. So that's a pretty decent jewel now. Hit 97 yesterday while just chasing Elder. Like I this character is going to 97 while literally just do nothing else but like changing elder spawns. Kind of cool. But for the gearing changes, so I'm not using Cerberus Limp. I originally wanted to use the Magna Eclipses. And if you look at here, so I'm at 6.1k and 2.9k. If you use that, we get a bit more. But the reason why I'm not using this is I was actually trying to craft a ES Cannon block. So it goes up to 5% ES Cannon block. But I ended up getting this. This was crafted using a fossil combination, which is a prismatic, colored, and dense. So dense for the ES mods, and then colored and prismatic to, you know, remove all elemental modifiers, and then remove all the poison and bleed modifiers. So this removes a bunch of mods, making it easier to hit ES rolls and the block rolls. And this could actually be absolutely insane if that mana gain and block was ES. But I decided to settle on this because I'm not a CI build, but ES gain on block isn't like super insanely good, but it's decent. And I ended up getting 12% spell block, which is 24 with the jewel, and then another 5% for projectile attack block, which is 10. So right now I'm sitting at a nice 62% attack block, 72 projectile attack block, and then 24 spell block. So whenever these procs, I'll take half the damage out of those, which is a lot of mitigation. On top of that, because I'm using a limp now, I can actually use Vigilant Strike. And this actually lasts like, I think it starts with like 11 seconds, but it's basically like 10 seconds, which is plenty enough. Normal mapping, a lot of time. Yeah, it's basically, it starts with 11 seconds, but it's like, it goes away immediately from there. So it's like 10.4 or something like that. It's gonna go up once I, you know, get quality and levels on them. And I could use shield charge, but I'm honestly fine with just Flame Dash, my Quicksilver, and then the random slots. And now for the reason why I really wanted to swap out of this is I can use a Cyclopean Coil now, and I'm actually immune to Ignites and Shock, so cannot be ignited if strength is higher than Dex, or my strength is a bit higher than the dexterity, and cannot be shocked if int is higher than strength, and my int is a tiny bit higher than my strength. So that means that I can actually drop the shock suffix from here for evasion suffix. So on top of getting the block, I lost like 7% spell block from the old shield and a bit of evasion, but the crazy mitigation from Fortify for boss fights, and then the block for taking half the damage is more than gonna make up for it. And I'm still wanting to get the tool chest. With tool chest and getting the proper spell dodge, if you've been hit by a spell, enchant on my boots, which goes I think goes up to 8% on Uberlap and 6% on Merciless. So tool chest, that enchant, still using Atsiri steps, so I could probably drop Atsiri step and go for a multi-modded temple boots instead, because I might need some resistances. There's some resistance issues gonna be with the perfect form. But yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of evasion. So right now, I'm like almost 39k evasion. It's gonna be a lot more when I roll this for the evasion. I mean, I don't want to roll over this, and I don't happen to have another sleep night, so I'm just waiting to get another one. I just recently did this. I did this change yesterday at quite the end of the stream, so I haven't actually found another one. And because I needed the strength to be higher than the dex, I just rolled a random amulet with life and all resistance and strength. That's pretty bad, but you know, hoping to upgrade this. I'm just hiding all like Umber and C3 amulets now in hopes of getting something else. But you can see the item level on this is actually only 60. And that's because the T1 life roll, which we didn't end up getting, we have T2, is, I think it's only item level 54. And then the T2 all resistances, which we have here, is only like item level 60, I believe. So by rolling a low level amulet, we increase the chance of getting those mods, especially the life. The life was important. Like, I wanted to remove as many prefix as possible so I can hit the life roll. Because there's a lot of different ways I could have gotten the ring, like the amulet for work for me. I needed some resistances, open suffix for strength, or open suffix for resistance while having a strength roll on it, and life. So instead of all resist, a high fire resist plus regaling cold resist or strength or vice versa would have been fine as well. So yeah, we are quite a bit more beefy now. I lost some damage. I think I was at 144k or something like that with the one setup and everything else, but having this belt gives me some extra damage. Sadly, the attributes roll is really low. I could be getting a bit more damage, but I mean, 220 dexterity being the lowest is a decent chunk of damage. And it gives the crazy ignite and shock immune. Being ignite immune is so goddamn nice on a hybrid fixed. But yeah, so right now I'm basically just farming the layers, which I talked about a bit in the last video, and then on the while doing that, I'm also spawning elders and hoping to get the gear to roll the Nebulok jug, which I'll probably try to push some delve if I get it going, because you can get a lot of damage reductions. Like, this gives you a bunch of armor, which is nice for Molten Shell. It gives chaos resistance, so I could maybe even use the jewel. Being a jug and doing dual Nebulok gives you an insane amount of chaos resist. So I could potentially even use the jewel that I think it gives you extra 10% max chaos resist. And let me just actually try to find it quick. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's like a really strong. I think it might have been Divine Plus, maybe? Yeah. All damage taken by Bass's energy shield. I don't care, I'm gonna be life page build. 50% of elemental damage taken as chaos. And then you get max chaos. That is like really nice. Really goddamn nice if you get a high chaos resist, which the build would get very easily. And yeah, that's what I'm really trying to get right now. And then actually play the first Cyclone build of the league for myself. It's not gonna be the clear speed junky build, but it's gonna be a really beefy one. It's gonna be like 9 endurance charges or something like that. So, and each charge reduces elemental damage from hits, which is really good against like shit like Shaper and whatnot. It's just gonna be like extremely tanky. I'm not gonna say immortal, because if I say that, it's just gonna die, but it's gonna be really goddamn tanky build. Yeah. Don't think I have anything else.
Thanks to your hard work.
Ooh, need to do these. Still going after Mastermind because I want the crafts, even though I don't know if I'm gonna be playing the SRS much longer. I'll probably end up just trying it a bit for like Shaper and shit like that if I get the ring. Maybe even Uber Elder, who knows, later. And dying in the process, which I kind of don't want to, because I want to use the helm for something else. Don't exactly know what, but the helm is so nice with the Wicked Ward and the MOM combination now. Probably gonna try to do something with it. But yeah, so plans for the next build, and just keeping on grinding the Red Elder.